Hey everyone. So yeah, this whole episode is essentially the God Knights, more specifically Killingham and Summers, firing off the first warning shot against Elbaph as shadow beasts begin appearing all the while. The children are collapsing in a deep sleep and awakening in a trance in order to be led away. So yeah, you can see the government's plan clear as day with this episode. Hypnotize the children to bring forth their deepest fears into the material world. That's going to distract the adult giants while all the children themselves are being led away off the island. And the reason, again, is more than obvious. Those kids are basically potential soldiers for the Navy and the government as a whole. Like what Caramel had done all those years, all those decades ago is basically being done here again, except in this case it's much more of a direct approach. And yeah, visually I love how they made the nightmares look with giving them this very inky look that does kind of emulate the fact that these are all drawings that the children created, while still giving them this very sort of ghostly feel that makes them like feel like evil spirits, and monsters come to life. And yeah, I guess while talking about the visuals, the animation just exploded this episode. Like it's been amazing for a while now, but I think this might be one of the at least it's one of the better animated episodes in Elbaph for sure, and I'm sure it'll only get better and better from here. Honestly, as the episodes progress, like and as we get further and further down the line, and yeah, it's actually also kind of weird to think that this is I think it's episode 7, so yeah, we're only got like 9 episodes left until the series goes on hiatus again. It's like, yeah, it's already even though I've complained a little bit about the pacing, like the amount of episodes we've gotten has flown by already. It's kind of insane. Uh, in saying that, this episode also sees us cut back to Loki, essentially giving Luffy and everyone present the ultimatum to fully release him, or he'll destroy Elbaph before hitting the tree with his hammer, like causing like a lightning fire and whatnot. And yeah, this is one of those moments looking back on now where Loki's not lying, but he's definitely lying by the spirit of his words. As you'll find out next episode, he's essentially bluffing, as despite obviously attacking the tree and causing the fire, he doesn't actually have the strength to actually destroy Elbaph like he says, and that the method to his madness is just to gain his freedom in order to help. Like, in fact, from here on, you'll come to find that really is Loki's whole like mission statement and MO. Like everything Loki does has a method to the madness, including the things he's been accused of that earned him the title the Accursed Prince. Like Loki at his core is a character that has lived his whole life and like being the villain, like pretty much playing the role of the villain. And admittedly, this is the part where we're going for it. I would prefer the anime start adapting at least 2 chapters an episode, but I think I might know where they want to end things off until next year. And if I'm right about where they're going to end it off, it is going to be a major fucking dick tease. But again, we'll just have to wait and see. Um, and yeah, one of the more interesting little tidbits in this episode is the ending moments where Sommers asks Skunko what she fears the most, and her answer is Nika. And it's one of those things where it's a nice little bit of character building with some kind of overarching implications given Gunko's like history and what her origins are. And so it's like it's kind of feeding us another little breadcrumb of who Gunko is. And yeah, Sommers once again shows why I hate his guts, but in this case, it's more so a combination of him being a piece of shit while simultaneously showing just how out of touch nobles in general can be, as he ponders how can these brats be afraid of these things. And I'm like, because they're kids, you out of touch dick weasel. And like I cannot, and bro, I cannot wait to watch you squirm when your face like meets a fist. And face meets a fist for the first time, and like a good old punch to the face is exactly what you fucking need, Sommers. And I am so gonna be here for that when it happens. Uh, putting that aside, though, one thing I did really like about this episode is that although the episode ends with Elbaph in a crisis situation, I do like how we got to see that despite Elbaph living in peace times, those who have taken up the title of teacher instructor still know how to fight. Like it's just a matter of whether they're strong enough to meet the current moment. But it is kind of like a nice to know. It's one of those nice little tidbits to show that again, even though it's peacetime, the the Giants still haven't really shaken that natural instinct for fighting really in a way. And yeah, probably the funniest bit of the episode is when Aegir, I think his name is, asks if Robin is also a member of Luffy's crew, and when she answers yes, the kid immediately has Vietnam flashbacks to getting tossed around by Luffy. Like the monkey boy has essentially scarred these kids for life, and it is kind of hilarious. I'm not gonna lie about that. And but yeah, it's like but like I said, it is a crisis situation that the kids are basically being led away in order to serve the world government and whatnot. And yeah, I'm not looking. I'm it's this is basically going to be the crux of of the whole the whole thing of the whole arc up to this point. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it leads to some. I'm not gonna lie, the review again. I'm gonna try to keep it as spoiler free as I can with what I'm about to say here. The the reveals that happen, the what just the reveals we get about like the history of the world, like it's one of those things where it's kind of fascinating how much gets branched off just from this premise alone. How much narrative real estate that Oda gets a hold of, and how much he kind of expands upon just the history of the world. Like with this setup, like it's really it's kind of fascinating how much again this feels a little bit like this feels a little bit like Egghead, where it started off as a bit of a setup, but then it just explodes. But then the narrative potential just explodes onto the scene. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for this review. If you enjoyed the video, then like, comment, subscribe, follow my analyst and Blue Sky, and just follow me around, guys. Dark Knight of the Night signing off. Later, everyone.